Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also a short trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Quick recap of the previous video. We looked at tick symbol SENS, Senseonics, a stock that's been doing exceptionally well, so please refer back to that for stock analysis and price prediction. Before we start today's stock analysis, I'd like to provide a stock update on American Battery Metals. We have some excellent breaking news here on June the 16th. You'll be able to see on the screen. Fernley City Council have given full and unconditional approval for American Battery Metals' first pilot battery recycling plant. So what's going to happen now? We're going to move over to construction phase. This is excellent news for the stock that we've been holding for quite a while now. And I do expect a bullish momentum now for the stock going forward. Today's stock analysis is for ticker symbol TRCH Torchlight Energy Resources. This is a stock that I have featured a few times on this channel and first brought to you in February 2021. So congratulations to everybody who managed to hold on to this stock. Personally, I've been holding this stock since 13th of January 2021. You'll be able to see on my screen. Initially, my buy price at that time was $1.32. And I did see a lot of potential in this stock. Right now, if we have a look at the ticker on the screen, we can see at time of filming, this stock was up just over 2,242% up in the year. My current return is just over 123% in this stock. My average now is no longer $1.35, it's now $2.69. The main reason for that is I've taken some profits and I've also reinvested. However, the return right now recently has been exceptionally good, and you can see on the chart there, initially this stock was a stock that I was in a negative balance at one time with a loss quite significantly with the market momentum going down, and we can see an exceptional recovery here with all the positive news that's happening. So well done to everybody who also managed to keep hold of this stock. So obviously we now have confirmation that the merger has been approved. In terms of dividends, I'll be talking about dividends later on. However, before we look at that, in terms of the company we are merging with, that company is called Meta Materials. We can see here in terms of Meta, from their website, we can see, let's have a look at what they're involved in. So this is a dynamic, forward-looking, positive company that is much bigger than Torch. So if we have a look here on the screen, they're involved in aerospace, defense, automotive, consumer electronics. They're involved in medical side of things, in particular medical imaging, radio wave imaging, and they're also involved in energy. Let's now have a look at the partners. If you have a look at the screen, some of the global partners working with Meta. So this company has got huge potential. They're working with Sony, they're working with Airbus, they're working with Panasonic, they're working with Boeing. So huge partners here. Obviously we have Mazda there as well. So the new company's potential going forward is tremendous. What I'd now like to do is share some of the terms of the merger. So if you have a look at the screen here, the merger is going to result in Torch shareholders owning 25% of MMAT, and MMAT holders will be holding 75% of the new merged company. So in addition, Torch shareholders will be issued with a 1-to-1 dividend of preferred Class A placeholder stock. The stock is going to be non-exchangeable and it will be redeemed for cash after the sale of land owned by Torchlight Energy Resources. So this is the key sticking point which is affecting the valuation of the potential dividend. This is what is the information that we do not yet know. So this is what we are waiting for in terms of valuation of the land. Once that is sold, that will give us an indication of how much dividend we will get. In terms of shareholders, we will receive an amount of MMAT shares equal to the amount of Torch that we own. Shareholders must have this stock on June the 22nd through to June the 24th to receive the dividend of the newly listed company. So a very important date there for everyone, which I'll just reinforce. So please hold this stock till at least June the 22nd through to June the 24th if you want to receive the dividend payment in addition to the valuation of your shares. What I'd now like to do is share with you some possible trading strategies with regard to Torch going forward, and look at different scenarios. First of all, if we look at the most extreme bullish scenario, in terms of the most bullish scenario, we'll probably, I would say, on a high, we're looking at a dividend of around about $20. That depends on obviously the sale of the land. On a low, this is the other extreme. My prediction there for the dividend would be around about 50 cents per share, 50 cents. That would be on the extreme opposite. So obviously we're looking at, in my opinion, somewhere between 50 cents and $20. So it's a huge gap there, and it's really difficult to predict. And that's why there's a lot of speculation. There could be some inside information, and nobody really knows. So let's now have a look at some strategies. First of all, one strategy, certainly the strategy that I will be doing, is I will be using a hold strategy. I will possibly look at adding in if it dips below $5, but certainly now, for now, the key strategy for me is not to sell. I'm certainly going to hold for the dividends. I'm going to be holding until June the 24th as a minimum. I believe there could be a squeeze. I'm going to be looking at details of the squeeze shortly, but the other prediction I'm going to make is post-merger, I think there will be a sell-off. I think there will be profit taking. That will most likely lead to a significant fall in the share value. However, long term, the fundamentals of the new company are really good. And I think the potential long term is also excellent. So I do see a strong recovery in the stock after the sell-off. So anybody looking to hold this stock long term, I do have full confidence in the company for a long-term gain and recovery of your investment. The next update I'd like to share with you is the announcement of a shelf offering. So if we have a look at the screen here, the shelf offering is a plan for the future. Meta is being built to play with the big boys. So it's not necessarily bad news. So for the resale of the shelf offering, it's for basically people who are now shareholders and have elected to take Torch as part of the merger. So it's basically, in terms of the company, it's a plan to allow them to raise capital in the future. Overall, there may be some people worried about this. However, I don't think you need to worry. It's really just a plan for the company for the future, in order to allow them to grow and allow them to invest, especially into new technologies, to enable them to become more competitive. So overall, that's not a bad thing. The next thing I'd like to share with you is a report from Fintel. If we focus here on the two key dates, which are the 15th of June and the 16th of June 2021, you'll be able to see that the short volume was extremely high. So 15th of June, short volume was around about 81 million. 16th of June, the short volume was 62 million. So as far as I'm aware, most of the retail investors have not been selling. We have probably been trying to acquire more. In terms of the good news, I believe most retail investors will be trying to hold for the dividend. So difficult times now for the shorts, difficult time for the hedge funds. Good news for retail investors. Let's now have a look at potential for a short squeeze. If we look at the screen here, we are all aware that June the 22nd is the deadline to acquire Torch if you certainly want to qualify for the dividend. So what the important thing here that could lead to a squeeze is the second bullet point there, in terms of the amount of total shares which are short, and that is in excess of 87 million. So huge amount of short shares there. So what could potentially happen is before the 22nd of June or in the run up to the 22nd of June, there could be a huge squeeze. My personal point of view, my prediction would be, I think before merger, it's highly possible that the share price could reach in excess of $8. So it could be way more than that. Very difficult to predict, but there could be potentially a huge squeeze. So for now, I will be holding my shares, monitoring the situation and seeing what happens. Final thing I'd like to share with you here is some updated correspondence from Trading 212. So there's a question here at the top. If we have a look at the screen, you can see here we're looking at in terms of the question. So can you confirm Trading 212 users will receive the special dividends for Torch, providing they bought before the 22nd of June and held on the 24th of June. So if we go down and have a look at the response, we can see here we're currently waiting confirmation. However, we can confirm that Torch shareholders will receive the full amount of what they are due. So good response there, positive response. That's exactly what they should have said. So good news there. The other thing I'd like to draw your attention to here, again, final response there. Once we receive confirmation, we'll announce it through email, push notifications in our help center. So the key thing that we are waiting for is confirmation. So the confirmation really is regarding how much is the dividend. Is it going to be on a kind of an extreme low around about 50 cents per share, or is it going to be on an extreme high where I think, you know, you're looking at the most optimistic valuation around about $20 per share. So that is information nobody yet knows. Certainly there may be some insiders that know that, but it would be illegal to share that right now. So we can only speculate. Right now, in terms of my prediction, I predict in the run up to the 22nd of June, I can easily see Torch share price going in excess of $8. After 22nd of June, after the 24th of June, I can certainly see a sell-off. I can certainly see people taking profit. Long term, I do see a good recovery for this stock. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Due to an extended stock analysis, the next trading lesson will be in the next video, so please join me again and stay tuned.